For once I'm actually holding true to what I said, and here we are with another Readathon TBR. Hey guys, it's Whitney and welcome back to my channel. Today, like I said, we're going to be talking about another October Halloween spooky readathon TBR. That readathon is Spookathon, which is going on from the 15th to the 21st. It is hosted by booksandlala, Bookerly, and Peter Likes Books. If I can remember, I'll leave links to all their channels down below if you haven't already heard of them. So I guess we're going to just dive in because you guys know that this is pretty much everything that I'm doing, and this is it. So there are 5 reading challenges for this readathon, and for this one I can actually double up on books for each challenge, but I went ahead and I picked one for each individual challenge, and I may double up, but maybe I'll read them all. We'll see. So the first challenge is pretty easy, and that is to read a thriller. For this, I picked a book of the month book that I got a while back, and that is Final Girls by Riley Sager. Gonna be honest, I don't even remember what this is about. I know like some girl comes back from a vacation and all of her friends are missing or murdered or something, and she is the final girl or one of the final girls. I don't know, but I feel like thrillers are a good genre to go into, not knowing much about anyway, so I'm not upset about not knowing what the hell it's about. The second challenge is to read a book with purple on the cover, and for that I chose Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. This is a middle grade novel, which is for some reason a theme. I have a lot of spooky Halloween feeling-ish books that are middle grade. I don't remember exactly what this one is about. I have talked about it, like I know the basic premise, but not enough to actually speak about the plot. Morgan Crow is cursed. She's blamed for all of the misfortunes that happen in her town. Apparently something bad happens on her 13th birthday. This is one of those books that I've heard a lot of good things about, so I'm really interested to get into it. And this is definitely one I'm going to be pushing to the top of the TBR. The next challenge is to read a book set in the current time period, and for this I'm going to go with Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Moira Foley Doyle, and I can finally say her name after years of not being able to say it. This one I just found out has queer rep in it, and I'm all for it. That has boosted it so high up on my TBR, so I decided now was a really good time to maybe try and get to it. I don't remember all the premise, I just remember like one night people are going about their business and the next morning they wake up and people have lost something. Everyone has lost something. Some things are insignificant, barely noticeable, and other things are pretty big. This is the part that I really like, is when a tattered handwritten spellbook falls into the lives of these 6 teenagers, it changes everything. The spellbook is full of charms to conjure back that which has been lost, and it lists part of each of them to play a part in the calling. It might be their best chance to set everything back to rights, but only if they're willing to pay the price. So apparently this has like a very sinister thing happening with all of the items or what have you that are lost. I'm here for it. The next challenge is to read a book with a spooky word in the title, and for this I chose The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. This is another one of those I've been hearing a lot about, and it also has that kind of spooky, good for Halloween vibe. This one is about basically the spirits of these women who were wronged in the past, taking the bodies of 3 girls and murdering boys or a boy in that town, and it happens every year. You think they would do something to try and stop it, but I guess not. So it says, now for a brief time each summer the sisters return, stealing the bodies of 3 troubled girls so that they may seek their revenge, luring boys into Sparrow's Harbor and pulling them under. Yeah, kind of maybe murder mystery-esque, but also kind of witchy potentially. I guess we'll see. I've heard good things, like I said, and it's pretty short, so I'm hoping that I can definitely get to this one. And the 5th challenge is to read a book with pictures, and for this I chose a poetry collection called Fierce Fairy Tales, Poems and Stories to Stir Your Soul. This is by Nikita Gill. Nikita Gill wrote one of the only volumes of poetry that I've liked in recent times, and that is Wild Embers. So when I saw this I decided to go ahead and pick it up to decide if she's going to be someone that I really like reading from. Also, I am working on a project dealing with fairy tales currently. I can't say much more than that, but I figured maybe this will give my creativity a little bit of a boost. And it is also illustrated, so there are pictures throughout it. So I have no idea if I'll be able to get to all of these in the week, but we're sure going to try to get to at least a few of them. And yeah, that was it for today's video. I hope you guys are reading something great. If you've read any of these books, I would really like to know what you thought of them. If you're currently reading them, what you think of them currently. And if any of these you think I should put higher on my TBR than others, that would be much appreciated. That is it for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!